Hello, this is the Sue Stevens Lighthouse Show on Black Country Xtra. Today I'd like to welcome two local performers who form the multi-award-winning female duo AMUSE. We'll be chatting about their various life experiences and playing some of their favourite music and tracks from their latest CD. They're also going to treat us to some live performances right here in the studio. First though, we'll kick off with a track from their latest CD called Shallow.
Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for a change. In all the bad times I fear myself. Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? Or do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change. And in the bad times I fear myself. I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Crash to the surface where they can hurt us. We're far from the shallow now. In the shallow, in the shallow. Far from the shallow now. Oh, 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 I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in.
That was a fantastic version of a very powerful song. I think, Sam, you chose that one. If you want to give us some, words around why you chose that song.
Yeah, it's a great song. I love the film that came out in 2018 called A Star Is Born. I think there was two previous versions, 1976 and 37, I think, but the more recent one is with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga, and it's centred around Bradley Cooper's addiction and his journey, trying to get into recovery. And I'm in recovery myself, so it touched me really. It's a good film, good song.
Very close to your heart.
Very much so.
Did you watch any of the other versions? Or
I haven't, no. Sue might have done, I think.
Did you watch any, Sue?
I have. I've seen the Chris Christopherson one. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which do you think was the best movie then? Which one?
I think
What do
they
you
all
think, Sue?
bring
Yeah.
something different,
Different,
you know. But obviously the more up-to-date one is the Bradley Cooper, and the songs will mean a lot.
Yeah. So are you fans of Lady Gaga or?
I've gotta
Not
be honest,
particularly.
not particularly, no.
But that song just.
But you know, come
Yeah.
on.
I think there's been lots of covers of that, you know, since that was released as well.
Yeah.
So,
there has.
but I think yours is probably one of the best.
Oh, thanks, Sue.
Butter 'em up.
Pay 'em after.
Okay, shall we move on to the next tune? Again from the girls' CD. This one I believe is quite special for Sue because reminds her of her mom. And,
Absolutely.
yeah, because we all have somebody, don't we, that supports us and helps us along the way. And I know your mum kept a scrapbook, didn't she?
My mum did keep a scrapbook, and I didn't know for years, and she'd been putting this scrapbook together
Yeah.
of my career from when I left home at 16, because I bet you didn't guess this, but I was a bit of a rebel. Okay.
Was your halo around your ankles?
It was, yeah, to slip round my neck hole. But what it was, I'll tell you exactly, I learnt this song for my cousin, who's no longer with us, Nick. He loved this song, and then what happened was I sung it and my mother used to absolutely love it, so I just kept it going. And myself as well, being in recovery, you know, I did it. I was 11 months, I think, sober before I sung, because it took everything from me. And my mum come over, my dad come over. I got the pub in Broseley, Shropshire, and they all come over to support me. And it stripped everything from me, and I did this particular song for me mum.
Okay, thanks, Sue. So we'll play "Wind Beneath My Wings" now.
It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine, that's your way. You always walked a step behind. I was the one with all the glory. You were the one with all the strength. A beautiful face without a name for so long. A beautiful smile to hide the pain. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I've got it all here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth, 'cause I know I would be nothing without you. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be. You are the wind beneath my wings. Oh, you are the wind beneath my wings. Oh, you are the wind beneath my wings. Fly, you are the wind beneath my wings. Oh, fly, you are the wind beneath my wings. Fly, you are the wind beneath my wings. Oh, fly, so high I almost touch the sky. Thank you, thank you, thank God for you, the wind beneath my wings.
Well, that's a great version, isn't it, of that song? Sue, you were talking about your mum and the scrapbook earlier, and what you didn't tell us is that you were performing, quite famous when you were younger, performing on the TV and all sorts up and down the country. Tell us a bit more about that, your career from the start, really.
It kind of just happened. I mean, I left home at 16 and it was what I wanted to do, all my life. Up to the 16, I wanted to play guitar and...
Be a rock chick.
Yeah. And what happened, I left home and a manager had seen me who lived in Shropshire, and he said, I'm going to get you on the telly. And I thought, nah. He said, write me a song. So I wrote a song with him called I Want to Be on Page 3, but I haven't got a hope. I wear world famous undies and use recommended soap. I wash my hair in herbal stuff. My clothes are fancy free, but I can't seem to do enough to get me on page 3. And anyway, went on from that and did New Faces. I didn't get one, but I did go on the show twice. I won the first one.
Did you?
And,
well, I didn't know that. I didn't know you'd won New Faces.
Yeah, so I had to go back onto an all-winners show. Of course, my mother started this scrapbook, and she kept it going.
Yeah.
Up till, it's full, to be honest, but... and like you said, I was on the telly. I sleep anywhere when I'm drunk.
Did you meet Chris Tarrant?
Yeah.
You did? And
did Tis Was and...
Yeah. Did you do the Dying Fly? Do you remember that? Anybody remember the Dying Fly?
I remember the Dying Fly very well, and the Phantom Flan Flinger. And I used to go on the Tis Was Road show with him and,
yeah,
do all that. But I made this album as well, and I loved it, to be honest.
What was your first album?
You're going to laugh at this. I'm Britain's first bionic misfit, and I've been repaired with a Lego kit. And every song's 14 tracks on it, and every song... I mean, I can look back now and look at this, right? Every song mentions alcohol.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, that was a revelation to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know, but I can look back now and say, oh, yeah, they tried to pull the pig and whistle down was one of the songs we wrote.
Yeah.
And various other things.
It's easy though, isn't it, coming from the same sort of background, to when you're performing, people buy you alcohol.
Well,
they
yeah.
think, oh, you're great. I'll get you what do you want to drink? What do you want to drink?
Yeah.
Before I mean, I used to have them lined up on the. If I got my back against the wall or something, there's a shelf on there. There'd be just drinks lined up.
Absolutely.
And sometimes I'd drink them. I think
I'd drink the lot.
Flipping heck.
And then didn't remember. I mean, I'm allergic to it now, so I don't touch it so it brings me out in spots.
Yeah.
A Birmingham night spot, a Brighton night spot, and a London night spot.
Corny jokes, but they're the
corny.
Okay, then. Let's move on to the next track, and that's going to be Hero. I think Sam chose this one, didn't you, Sam?
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, we'll talk about that one after we've played it. So here we go with Hero by Mariah Carey.
what you are, there's an answer. If you reach into your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away, and then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can't survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth, that a hero lies in you. It's a long road when you face the world alone. No one reaches out a hand for you to hold. You can find love if you search within yourself, and the emptiness you felt will disappear. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you finally see the truth, that a hero lies in you. Lord knows dreams are hard to follow, but don't let anyone tear them away. Hold on, there will be tomorrow. In time, you'll find the way. And a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth, that a hero lies in you. That a hero lies in you. That a hero lies in you.
Wow, what a voice, eh? I wish I'd got that voice. Guitar in that voice, fantastic. I bet you could sing that, couldn't you, Sam?
I've had a go,
You've had a go.
but I can't quite do all the twiggly bits.
Well, I've heard on Shallow when you were singing that one, flipping heck, you was hitting all those high notes, weren't you?
Oh, thanks, Sue.
Honestly, I mean, I've listened to all the tracks that you've chosen off that CD, and it's fantastic. So why did you choose Hero? What's that special?
I'm going to
about
get my
that
little violin out
one?
now.
Oh, good. Go on then.
No, when I was growing up, a youngster, and my mum was had problems with alcohol addiction, and my dad, bless him, he was running around at 100 mile an hour trying to hold everything together. We've got 4 kids, and I was the only girl and the eldest, really, and I was struggling a lot.
Yeah.
Living at home with what was going on at home. Dad was never there. Mum was quite poorly with her drinking, you know. It never crossed my mind that she was ill, ever.
Well, you wouldn't, would you?
I just thought she was doing it on purpose, but I didn't realise that she was really mentally and emotionally poorly. I can see that now, but I couldn't see that then. And I was really, really struggling at school, struggling with my own mental health, really, and I started to self-harm and stuff. But this song, I found this album up Merrill when I'd be about 13 or something, and I played this song when I got back home, and it just gave me everything that I needed, that inner resource, there was something within me that could help me through it, and it touched my heart, and I used to play it a lot, got me through some tough times.
When your mum was ill, did you almost take on responsibility for your brothers and...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I become like the woman of the house, really, by the age of 10, and then another baby was born, my youngest brother. By the time I was 12, I was doing everything that my mother perhaps should have been doing, but I couldn't do it, so I stepped up to the plate, but it kind of robbed me of my childhood a little bit.
Did you resent it then? Were you resenting it as a child?
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah.
I've had to work through that as I've got older, By the time I got to 20, I spent the next 15 years recovering from my childhood, that's the way it was. But, we all learn and we all grow, don't we?
Well, we do, and, when you look back at your childhood, what was probably the best thing that you got out of it? I know you had a hard time, but do you think you've got any strength out of it, or in the end when you've had to analyse it all and go back?
Definitely. I had to, by the time I was 29, I hit a rock bottom of my own.
Yeah.
With my own addiction issues. To drugs and alcohol, and I suppose the new perspective came when it started happening to me, And
what do you mean? What do you mean started happening to you?
Well, the things I'd been judging my mother for,
Oh, I see.
all them
I
years,
that,
it started happening to me, and I couldn't break the chain. I tried stopping on my own. I tried all sorts of methods. And failed miserably every time. But then I got into recovery, into a 12-step programme, and I worked the programme that they offer, and it helped me to see everything from a different perspective. And all that, what I went through, has helped shape me into who I am today. So I'm grateful for it today, but I wasn't at the time.
No, I know it's hard. Is that where you met Sue?
Yeah. Yeah, back in 2010, Rory, I think.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah.
And did you hit it off straight away, or...?
I think so.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah, we kind of got close. We went for there was a band audition, weren't there?
Yeah.
And a few friends that we knew were in it, and there was this flyer going around, and I got hold of the flyer and I ran up to Sue and I said, "What do you think about this? Should we go for it, like?" And I said, "Yeah, come on, I'll come along and support you." Anyway, I did the audition and I got up on the stage. We did a song with a band and everything went really well. And they mentioned that they needed another guitarist. And Sue just happened to have a guitar with her. So
Sue's always got a guitar.
I've got my guitar everywhere, I have.
So we both ended up in the band, we mate?
We did, yeah.
What band was that then? Is that when you were practising in Birmingham?
Yeah.
Where you can't go anymore unless he's going to pay £8.
That's right.
That's true.
It was, it was...
We used to go over to the studio, didn't we,
Yeah.
once a month and practice, but it didn't work out, the band didn't, in the end. Personalities, I think, and different... People wanted different things, and...
we grew, though, through it,
we
didn't
did,
we?
and we decided to have a go on our own, didn't we, after
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay. Brilliant. Right, well, we're gonna have a bit of a live song now. Sue's going to get a guitar out, which she's always got with her.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have their version of a Dixie Chicks song called Landslide. So here we go.
And I think it's a Fleetwood Mac number, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Should say Chicks nowadays.
You gotta say Chicks?
You can't say Dixie Chicks anymore.
Why?
Because it's like it's racial. So I know it's crazy, but that's what.
Just
right.
call them the Chicks. Okay.
I took my love and I took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills. that the landslide brought down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, children get older, I'm getting older too. Well, well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, children get older, I'm getting older too. Well, I'm getting older too. So take this love and take it down. And if you climb a mountain and you turn around, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills that the landslide brought down, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, maybe, well, maybe, well, maybe the landslide'll bring you down.
Flipping lovely, yeah.
Oh, bless
I
you.
reckon Billy's just suggested that must have been your agent on the phone.
Yes, good idea, Billy.
You've only been on Black Country Xtra for half an hour, and already people are ringing up to book you.
let's hope, eh?
Let's hope.
Yeah, let's hope. Right, I think what we'll do now, we'll have a little bit of red, red wine. Oh, so fine.
Red, red wine goes to my head, makes me forget that I still need her so. Red, red wine, it's up to you.
got the version there without the rap at the end. I actually do the rap.
Red, red wine that makes me feel so fine. Making me happy all of the time. Red, red wine. I can do it sometimes in a Black Country accent,
Do
you see.
You do that one, don't you?
Yeah.
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 I think that's quite a good
It's
standard.
my sister's favourite band.
Oh, right. Which one, Tracy or
Yeah,
Karen?
Trace, yeah.
Okay.
Now our Karen only sings you with her. She sings with me when we were in a duo when we were little.
Yes.
Yeah. We were called the Symbolics. She
No,
was singing.
don't go
I can't do
there.
that. All right then, I won't go there. But we used to do Were You There when they crucified Martin. Well, I can sing, I says I can't, but I can.
Yeah.
But no, it's one of them.
Your sister's a great singer, though, isn't she?
Yeah,
I think she's got a
brilliant.
fantastic voice.
Absolutely, Trace. you
Yeah,
mean.
Tracy. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I
Not
mean,
Karen.
Karen.
I've
Karen
never
says
heard
I can't
Karen
sing,
sing.
but Karen can sing.
Oh, can she?
Yeah, and she
Is
can
she
write
just too
poetry.
shy, or does she just sing at home?
It's just too shy and has got all the gifts and talents.
Yeah, like gardening and.
Yes, and my son, he sings as well. And
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, Luke, he
Luke.
plays guitar,
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
he? He's got
yeah.
got that off you, hasn't
well, I tried to,
he? Yeah.
bit of James Bond.
When did you get him his first guitar?
He was, oh God. He used to play on mine, to be honest. He'd have a go, but he didn't really take any interest till he was... We were in the pub, running the pub.
Oh
in
yeah, you ran a
Shropshire.
pub, didn't you?
Yeah.
Is that Broseley, wasn't it?
Yeah, Broseley, Shropshire.
Yeah.
And I remember him, because obviously it's hard work in a pub, and I went past the door the one day and I thought, he was only about, I don't know, 11, something like that, and I heard him going, down, 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 and I thought, who's that? And it was my son. He got me guitar and he was passing, this was in the November.
Yeah.
I said, if you can play, you'll have a guitar for Christmas. Anyway, that was it, he never looked back.
Sounded like you could play to me anyway.
He could play, he
Yeah.
could play. And he can play, he's brilliant now.
And he's in a band, isn't he? Is
I think they're not doing it at the moment, but yes, he's been in several bands.
Oh,
He's
no one's
also
doing
worked,
much at the moment, are they?
Nobody's
'Cause they're
doing
locked
a
down.
lot at the minute. But
Yeah.
but yeah, any kind. I love any kind of music, really.
Yeah. Yeah. So red wine, I guess that's quite pertinent, really, to the
Well, yes.
subject that we've been discussing.
Absolutely.
So how many bottles a night would you drink of that then?
Well, go on, Sam.
Well, I did like a drop of red wine in my younger years, but
Yeah.
I decided, and I know this was delusion now, I decided that the red wine was making me randy
Oh yeah.
and flirtatious.
Oh, right.
So
I'm going to get myself a bottle.
I decided not to drink any of it because I was getting into trouble. I don't think it was anything to do with the red wine, really. any alcohol.
I'm going to have to leave in a minute because I've got to pick a crate of red wine up.
I think I'd better get two.
You know, normal people, right, normal drinkers, right, they get a bottle of red wine. I don't get this. They take the cork out and put it on the table for 3 hours to breathe. I do. You know what I do? I used to take the cork out straight away, right, and give the bottle mouth-to-mouth resuscitation because I thought it was going to go off and die if I didn't drink it.
I tell you what, half a bottle for me and that's it. I'd be on the floor if I drank any more. I still like it though, but I've had to give it up myself because
well
with all these sulfates. Well, no, I haven't given up alcohol. I've just given up wine. But all the sulfates in it, they give you a blinding headache. Mm-hmm. But my other half said if you drink Italian wine, there's not so many sulfates in it. I don't know whether that's true or not. No, I don't know whether I'm allowed to say that on the radio, but drink Italian wine. But yeah. So anyway. Yeah, I understand there. So you don't drink at all, do you?
Not at all.
Did you swap red wine for anything else then? After you realised it was making you randy?
Always swapping my drinks because
Yeah.
I thought if I swap it to that, cider, But
Makes
that
me
made me
wider.
wider. No, and I did. I swapped
just
them
tell
about.
me something. I remember when in our pub days, you go around every single pub. In Old Hill or Cradley, because there used to be one about every 200 yards, wasn't there? Mm-hmm. And was there something called Cobbler's Hummer? Was that cider and beer?
I have
half a
no
cider and
idea.
half a beer.
To be honest, I do think it was a Black Country pint, perhaps, but I mean, I've never heard of
I
it.
seem to remember that going back. So if anybody out there remembers
That.
Cobbler's Hummer, maybe that'll bring back some misty memories for you. Right now, then we're gonna move to another tune. This is a bit of classical here, a bit of classical music for you all. by two guys called the Two Cellos. And this is a favourite of Sam's, I think. My Heart Will Go On. 2 cellos, 2 handsome men as well. Yeah, I think you chose that one, didn't you, Sam?
I did,
You were
yeah.
listening to YouTube one day on your telly.
Yeah, I miss
In
smart
lockdown.
telly.
In lockdown?
Yes, it was in lockdown, yeah. And
Okay.
it came up, this concert of the 2 cellos, and I was blown away, to be honest. They're 2 young lads, and they do a nice mixture of stuff between stuff from Braveheart and My Heart Will Go On and the Titanic, right up to stuff like Smells Like Teen Spirit and, you know, some rocky versions. And it's just that the crowd loved it, and I was mesmerised. But I love the cello anyway. There's something about the cello, it just touches a place inside of me that no other instrument can get to. Them bass notes, it touches something. I first found it was a chick song, Top of the World. I listened to that, and it rooted something out of me when I was healing in my recovery programme. And I seen these 2 and I was just like blown away. So I've got some CDs and T-shirts and stuff now, but yeah.
How long ago was that then? Did you first heard them?
The cellos,
Yeah, 2 cellos, yeah.
that was in lockdown.
Right.
The lockdown period
Oh,
this
so that's
year.
as
Yeah.
recent as... How long have we been in lockdown now? I've lost track.
15 months, is it?
About 15 months.
Something like
isn't it?
that.
Feels longer than that.
I know.
I know.
Locked down and locked up.
See, when I come back to do another show, I'll have to do. I'll bring my violin in, and I'll because I can touch people, can't I, with
With
my
your
bow.
With your bow.
Yeah, I just
Has-
poke them with it because
has
I
it got
can't play the
any,
violin.
What do they put on the bow? That's a horse something. Horse's head? No, not a horse's
No,
head.
horses. The bow's horse's hair in it, and it's what is it?
Rosin, is it?
Well, they
Resin.
Resin,
What's it
that's
called?
it.
Resin,
It's
not
Irish.
rosin.
Well, that, in the Irish term is when they rosin the bow. Is that not like a tune?
I don't know.
Flipping heck, I'm going a bit deep now, ain't I?
Oh yeah, I ain't that clever on the violin.
They, what's the hair on a bow called?
Horse hair. Don't know. You'll have to ask. You'll have to ask a violin
It's not
player.
catgut, is it?
No, it don't feel like that anyway, Phil. Because I
Do you know
stroke
what a
mine.
cat's gut feels like?
I don't know what it is, to be honest. Oh dear.
Okay, yeah, we actually used to have somebody come to the club and play cello with her partner, and she accompanied me once, and it was fantastic. You know, just set the room on fire, and everybody just like fell silent. It was just beautiful instrument. Anyway, right, we're going to have what we're going to do now. We're going to have a live performance of a song that Sue wrote many moons ago. You want to chat to us about the song?
Yeah,
and how it came about, Sue?
I was going through a rough time, you know, and I mean, music's been, it's always been the thing that's got me through, really, with, my head anyway, because it's my head that's the problem. And I was really down, and I'm not making light of it because I know what it's like to be in a dark place. And this particular song, I just started writing, dotting words down, and somebody said, "That sounds really good." I said, "Does it?" Anyway, it kind of developed, and it really helped me through. You know, it took a lot of focus off me, so as I could.
Well, writing songs is quite cathartic, isn't
Oh,
it?
God, it's-
Do you do
yeah.
what I do? Write a couple of 3 verses or 1 verse, and
Yeah.
then scratch most of it out and start again.
And start again, yeah.
Yeah. Because I like that line in it about when you say you turned your head around or something.
I know.
It's is
I mean,
that some relevance in
It's
there?
some
about-
relevant, definitely some relevance, because my head ain't right, is it? You know what I mean?
No. A bit like
what do you
Wurzel
mean?
Gummidges, isn't it? Really?
It's absolutely. I can
Depends
take
what
it
day
off
you're on,
what
and
day
you-
I'm on and how I'm feeling. But you know, that's it's got better. Let
Yeah.
me tell
Oh, I
you,
know, I
it's got
know.
a lot better.
Yeah.
But I mean, it used to be dreadful. You know what I mean? But this, I just sat down and I thought I was doing mind mapping. By Tony Bazan, and I thought, hang on a bit, that's easy because it kind of pulls information really quick. Anyway, I'd got a tune,
Yeah.
and I thought I'm going to try and put it to that, and this was what come out.
Right. Here
so-
we go then with
Okay.
Fairy Tales
Right,
live.
I'll try and not make a mistake. fairy tales and carousels, make believes and wishing wells. All these things I know so well when I close my eyes and drift away. Magic spells and kings and queens, make a wish and dream your dreams. God knows what this really means, so I close my eyes and drift away. Oh, I can't live this fantasy. I need to face reality. Someone's watching over me, so I'll close my eyes and drift away. When I stop for just one moment, how I often lose my way. When I'm weak, the love you show me helps to take the fear away. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for reminding me this is just the start. So when you're hurt and feeling down, like someone's turned your head around, let me share this love I've found. Close your eyes and drift away. Those fairy tales and carousels, make believes and wishing wells. All these things you'll know so well if you close your eyes and drift away. Close your eyes and drift away. Close your eyes and drift away.
Flipping lovely. Come on.
Bless you.
Fantastic.
Listen till I'm live.
Brilliant song, Sue. Brilliant.
Thank
I
you
love
so
it.
much.
Are you
Thank
writing
you.
many more at the moment? Or-
No, I keep promising myself. I ought to have wrote a load in lockdown, really, but no, it has to happen naturally
yeah, I
for me.
understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay then. Next song's going to be "This Is Me."
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Oh, another round of bullets hits my skin. Well, fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. Yeah, that's what we become, but I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. For we are glorious. When the sharpest words gonna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Oh. And I know that I deserve your love. There's nothing I'm not worthy of. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. Look out, 'cause here I come. Marching on, marching, marching on. This is me. This is me.
Wow, another great version of a fantastic song, Sam. Your vocals on that, you know, I don't know how you hit those high notes.
Thanks very much.
Did you know you
Sue.
could do it before? Did
No.
you know you were a singer? Yeah, I don't suppose you did.
No, I didn't. I used to sing in the bedroom a lot.
Yeah, like we all do.
And I had me dreams, you know, as you do when you're a kid. It's something I wished I'd got the confidence to do. But in my journey in recovery, I've been able to, you know, find the courage and strength and support. I couldn't have done it without support to live my dream really, and sing and, you know, try and enrich people's lives with it really. But it's a great song and.
So when you were walking around your bedroom when you were younger,
Yeah.
what did you use a mic, like airbrush or something like that?
Yeah, the airbrush or the tin of hairspray, you know what it's like.
Would you have if you were famous, would you have one of those gold microphones like some of them do, don't they? Like Lady Gaga with that gold encrusted diamond thing that people walk around with.
Oh, some of them like a bit of bling, don't they? But no, not particularly for me. It wouldn't be for me.
No, I was joking, really. Not that we're ever going to make those heights, but I think, you know, without us people at the bottom, people can't be at the top,
Wow.
can they?
Very
That's
true.
right,
Very
absolutely.
true.
So your vocals on that, Sue, you were doing the
I do the
the
orbit.
low bit, the
The high
harmony,
bit, the low
everything.
bit, the in between, and I wear the beard. You see.
Oh yeah,
I do.
that thing that you've left up the corner there.
Yes, I do.
I wonder what
Yeah,
that was.
But,
Sue likes to play me up and come out wearing a beard though, you're
Yes,
halfway
I
through.
do.
I
Yeah.
think we need to take that for a wash, don't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Black Country Xtra.
Hey, we're back again. And next track's going to be something by Beth Nielsen Chapman, who just happens to be one of my all-time favourites artists. And I've actually been with Sam and Sue to see Beth. Where did we go? Was it Billericay?
We went to Billericay.
Yeah. We've been to the
kitchen garden. I think.
Did I come with you then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Did we see her at the town hall as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Or was
we
that?
did, yeah.
Was that Mary Chapin?
I don't know. We've been to see a few concerts,
We
but
have.
it was.
When we went to that one in Billericay, I thought Billericay was in Ireland.
And I did.
That's the truth. I thought this is going to be a good day out.
I know, yeah.
You know, flying over to Ireland, and we ended up going to London.
Yeah. It was
a
good. It
great
was good.
day
It was
though, wasn't
really
it,
good,
that,
weren't
yeah.
it? You know, it was actually Beth Nielsen. I hadn't heard of her. It was you that introduced me to Beth.
Yeah.
I
And
think
I thought that was Mary Chapin I introduced you to.
now as well.
It was not in the flesh anyway. But
No, not in the flesh. But now what it was, I'd come to the Lighthouse years ago, and you'd put a CD together, a compilation of your favourite stuff,
had I?
and you gave it to us to play in the car.
Yeah.
And this was one of them. And I thought, you know what, I could do it. Hopefully, not a nice version of that.
Yeah.
But the range is pretty. You know, my range is pretty kind of mid-low range.
Yeah.
Whereas Sam's is quite high-ish and low and mid and everything else. Anyway, Sam.
So that's
we had a
going
go
back,
at it.
like, you know, to
Oh,
when we
good
started
Lord.
the Lighthouse. That was in 2001.
Yeah.
And so that's
there you
going
go.
right back to when? When did I meet you? That was must have been.
You know, I can remember
2002,
where I met you.
Can
It
you?
was at
Wasn't it? Yeah.
at the it was a pub in a folk ring around or whatever they call it, at the Eagle and at Kinder.
the Eagle and Spur?
Yeah.
Yeah, flipping heck, that's going back a bit.
Hey, not
that
off.
was in that big
Like a
sort
mar-
of conservatory
marquee thing,
conservatory
yeah.
thing at the back. Those were the days, isn't it?
I know.
When you know,
You
you'd
said,
have a
"Would you come and
huge
do it?"
circle of people wanting to perform.
Yeah.
Friday nights, that was.
Was
I used
it?
to look forward
Oh,
to that.
It was really good. And of course, we started to come to the club, and I got into Beth Nielsen, and I just love her stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And so if you got to put her, compare her again. I know they're two entirely different artists. Compare her to Mary. What do you think? She come above or?
Well, I'd play in their band anytime. You know what I mean?
I know. Would you? Yeah. So Mary's been. I think Beth's been putting some stuff on Facebook.
Loads of stuff
Yeah.
on there.
Like Mary as well.
Yes,
The
yeah.
trouble is that some of these concerts you've got to pay for them, you know.
I know.
And I'd rather watch the telly or go and see them live.
Or the
to
real
be
thing,
honest.
yeah.
So anyway, here we go with Sand and Water.
All alone, I didn't like the feeling. All alone, I sat and cried. All alone, I had to find some meaning in the center of the pain I felt inside. All alone, I came into this world. All alone, I will someday die. Solid stone is just sand and water, baby. Sand and water, and a million years gone by. I will see you in the light of 1,000 suns. I will hear you in the sound of the waves. I will know you when I come, as we all will come through the doors beyond the grave. All alone, I fills my world, and where's your smile? I will see you in the light of 1,000 suns. I will hear you in the sound of the waves. I will know you when I come, as we all will come through the doors beyond the grave. All alone I came into this world. All alone I will someday die. Solid stone is just sand and water, baby. Sand and water, and a million years gone by.
Sand and Water by Beth Nielsen Chapman. I just wanted to expand on that song again, Sue. I believe that she wrote that. I mean, when we write songs generally, I don't know about you, but I try to write songs that are sort of personal to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how you do it, but I do it like with sort of pictures in my head. When I wrote My Dear Laddie,
Yeah.
I wrote it, and I was thinking about my uncle who I never met, and I got an image of him. But more so, I got an image of my grandmother's living room where she got the mantle,
Yeah.
where he placed the candle. Do you do the same, or do you?
I do. I tend to do images and also rhyme. Rhyming words.
Yeah. So do you write? What do you mean by that? You write rhyming words down, or do you just?
Yeah, I do it on a mind map and have a look at.
I don't know. I don't even know what a mind map
It's
is.
just
What
a
is it?
spider, right? And then I write a song, write a word in there. First thing in my mind. I don't think about it. Just write it down, and then whatever that one reminds me of, it's like a.
Oh right,
And do it-
sort of.
That's how I wrote fairy
like
tales.
Right, a prompter, or
Yeah, that was how I wrote fairy tales.
because she wrote that. Beth wrote that after she'd lost her husband.
Yeah,
Did he die of cancer? Was it?
cancer. Yeah.
Yeah. And
God, we're a morbid lot this morning.
No, we're not morbid. I think it's just about life,
It's life,
isn't it?
isn't it? Yeah.
I dare say there's quite a few people who suffer out there with it, and it's just it doesn't matter what what step of life you come from. You could be poor, you could be famous, you could be rich, but it affects us all in one way or another.
Absolutely.
Maybe,
you know.
hopefully never, but I don't think there's many people around that it hasn't affected. So yeah, she wrote that after a death of her husband, and I think it was also covered by Elton John. So
Yeah.
she
Wow.
writes some fantastic stuff.
She sure does.
Anyway, right, our next one then. This is so totally different. When you mentioned you wanted to we'll have a track called "When the Saints Go Marching In," I look for that track, and to get a good version of it. And this one that we're going to play is by somebody called Kermit Ruffins.
Wow.
And I was just wondering whether he was sort of green, but he's not. I looked him up.
Yeah.
And he's absolutely fantastic. So tell us, Sue, why did you choose?
I chose
choose
this one because it's my dad's. My dad loves jazz.
Okay.
And if ever I think of my dad, or I'm doing, he loves jazz music, always has, but he loves all sorts of music. But When the Saints, I think that's the one that you're going to be playing soon.
Yeah.
And it's just something that reminds me of him, and it's upbeat, it's lively, it's, again, totally different to what you'd think I'd probably like.
Yeah, well, it was actually. It was a bit of a shock when you
shocker.
mentioned it. I thought, flipping heck, that's a bit old-fashioned sort of thing.
Yeah.
But then when Sam mentioned two cellos, I thought, oh, you know, you look at people, you think, oh, they wouldn't want to listen to that.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it depends, you know, what I don't know, what I'm going through, or as to what I listen to. And, you know, I think everybody's the same. You know, they can pick their own styles of music, or it might be just something out of the blue you hear it, and it just touches that place.
Yeah.
Especially with, you know, with the problems that I've had through my life. Not everybody else, my life.
Yes, of course, yeah.
You know.
You can only talk about yourself.
I can only
really,
talk
can't
about
you?
me. You know, and you know, I mean, I'm going to say this because I am proud in a way, but, you know, next week I'll be 25 years, won't I?
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic.
A day at a time off
Yeah.
of the alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I couldn't stop drinking for 25 bloody seconds, let alone anything else. But, you know, I'm very, very grateful, and music's been a big part of my life, and my family have been so supportive, and still continue to be, you know. And then, of course, you know, me and Sam got to I used to sing with my sister before. And my sister's got an absolute fabulous voice,
Yeah.
you know. I mean,
So
Sam sings Hero, and if you've never heard my sister sing Hero, have a listen, you
Yeah.
know. It's
I will.
bang on.
So when you came back home from, because you lived in Broseley and you were
I
running
did.
that pub,
I did.
and your other sister,
Yeah.
you know, you
Karen.
took you in then,
Yeah.
and that was your first really, road first.
It was
road,
that's the start.
the start to recovery.
My ex-husband. I mean, I can thank him today, and he'll know that. Do you know what I mean? Because he put me in the car and dropped me at the. I do thank him for this, because he just tried everything to help, and he didn't know what to do. I couldn't do anything. My son couldn't do anything. You know, and he opened the door and he just went, "I can't do it no more." And I was at my sister's for about 3 weeks, not drinking, because she wouldn't give me a drink, even though
Yeah.
I don't think I asked for one, to be honest, because I mean I was a bit poorly. I looked like Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
I was bright yellow.
Oh, sure.
I was bright yellow.
didn't know
was.
that.
I was. Yes, I was very poorly. I was
Yeah.
very, very ill.
So you didn't need anything to as a replacement for that. Then the alcohol, you just went turkey. Cold
Oh
turkey.
God, I went cold. I mean, you shouldn't. I can't. You know, I'm not a doctor, so I can't give advice like that. And you shouldn't really go cold turkey. You can get help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was. You know, I was really poorly. I went cold turkey, and then I started in my recovery. Because you know, I didn't eat when I drank. You know, I'm telling you this because you know, Sam always says it. What do you say, Sam?
Eating's cheating.
Eating's cheating. You
What
don't
do you mean?
eat
What
when
do you
have
mean
a-
by that? You
Right,
you don't eat so
explain.
you can drink more.
Eating's cheating. When I was drinking, I used to say that to myself a lot. And the reason I did it, I know now. I couldn't have told you this at the time. It was because when I ate something, when I was out on the ale, it used to take the effect of the booze away, and I would sober up. It's like it'd soak it up.
Oh, I see.
And I'd sober up really quickly. So I'd have to, all that money was wasted, what I'd spent on the morning trying to get absolutely blotto. So I'd have to start again to catch up. So eating was cheating, and I just didn't eat. And at the end, I didn't wash, I didn't eat, I didn't do anything, you know. It was just about the booze.
Yeah.
And I tried to cut it out. I tried to cut it down, you know. See, normal folks can cut it down. And I tried to cut it down, and I said to Dave and Luke at the time, I said, I'm going to cut it down and only drink when I go on holiday. And I had 40 holidays a year once.
Did you get headaches with it?
No, I had a permanent headache.
did you?
I was in a permanent one. Permanent, what we call it blackout, you know. Normal folks don't have a blackout. They remember what they're doing, but I mean, I don't know what I was doing.
Do you know? I worked with somebody once, and we used to go on these. We used to go on what we call these, not these disaster recovery weekends. And we'd all spend the weekend there trying to recover somebody's data, as you know, to show a company that we could do it.
Yeah.
And then we'd go out on the lash.
Yeah.
When we'd done it, because it was just such a huge relief.
Uh-huh.
And he used to say to me, well, I watched him this one day, and he was taking, I think it was paracetamol, don't know what it was, but I'm sure it was paracetamol. And I said, "You got a headache?" He says, "No." He says, "But if I take paracetamol, I don't get a hangover the next day."
Oh,
How
right.
about that? I don't know how true that is. I'm not recommending anybody takes paracetamol before
No,
they have a drink.
it's
This
not a
is just
good
an
idea.
experience that I I was exposed to. Anyway, I suppose we'd better now kick off with When the Saints Go Marching In.
Who that said they go them straight? Wave them handkerchiefs. Wave that umbrella. When the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, oh Lord, I like to be in that number. Oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the sun refuses to shine, but I believe it when the sun refuses to shine. Oh Lord, I like to be with my baby. Oh, when the sun refuses to shine. Oh, when the stars begin to fall. When the stars begin to fall. Oh Lord, I like to be in that number. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, I once had a little playmate. She used to walk and talk with me. Now my baby has learned religion, and she turned her back on me. Oh, when the saints were marching in, when the saints go marching in. Oh, I like to be in that number. Oh, when the saints go marching in. All the boys.
Wow, another good song there. I can't say I relate to When the Saints Go Marching In, but yeah, Sue says that's quite important to her.
It sure is. It's one of my dad's
yeah.
favourites.
Right, the next song's going to be Vincent, but let's have a little chat about Vincent, the song written by Don McLean. It's a good job, actually. Vincent's about Vincent van Gogh, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good job he's not around today, because there's no way he could wear a mask.
That's right, 'cause we got one here.
Who'd have to?
See, that's funny, that is.
That's how it is. Well,
Yes.
it bears thinking about. Do
I
people
know,
with
yeah.
one ear wear a
Yeah.
mask? Yeah, I've got to have some sticky tape up the side of the face.
I think he might have been an alcoholic as well, because you know what?
Well,
His mate went to call for him on the Sunday morning to go to the pub. He said, "It's all right, I got one here."
I mean, what actually happened to that here? What do you think he did?
I think he
Did he
put
send
it-
it as Did he send it as a present to his girlfriend?
I
Some
don't
of that
know.
sticks in the back of my mind. I dare say.
He said, "Oh, you got 3 years." Oh, dear.
What am I going to do with this? I thought, strange gift. She could have done with a box of flowers or anything, really. I mean, a box of chocolates or... But nobody
Yeah.
sends her an ear. Is that right? I bet there's some listeners thinking out there, we've gone balmy.
I know.
Perhaps we have.
Mind you, Mozart, see, all musicians, I believe, they're all of us.
I think
they've
we've all got a
gift,
bit of a
but we're a
gift,
bit-
yeah, but we're all a bit balmy, aren't we?
We're all a bit... No, I am, I know I am. And I mean,
Yeah.
Mozart, you know...
Do you think I'm balmy then?
But yeah, definitely.
Oh, thanks.
No, but Mozart was really, he's really intelligent. He wrote
Yes, I
his
know.
first symphony at 3.
Yeah.
He wrote his second at 4, and at 5:30 he went down for his tea.
I couldn't even crayon between the lines when I was 3.
No, nor me.
You know. Anyway, so you know, it's gotta,
Vincent.
the choosing of
Beautiful
this song's
song.
got to have some sort of relevance to you both, and I suppose maybe was he addicted? I don't know. So
I don't know. I'll tell you where this one came from. When I was 9 years old, my granddad gave me a banjo. I've still got it.
yeah,
And I used to try and play one-string banjo, you know, as you do, and get a loud round the ear hole because I was making too much noise. But my dad bought me a guitar, and there used to be a guy, he was really famous, you know, years ago, a guy called Alan Fielding who gave me
oh yes,
I
your
don't
mum
remember.
was.
My mother loved
Oh,
Alan
she
Fielding.
did. Yeah, he was a
And,
nice-looking bloke as well.
He
wasn't
was,
really?
yeah. Anyway, he taught me a few chords on the guitar, but he
Yeah.
used to perform live around the Black Country, and probably many people remember him. And his style on guitar, I used to be like, oh, I wish I could play like that. And he played Vincent, and I thought, oh, I could never play, because, you know, the only thing I'd got at the time was Bobby Shafter or whatever it was. And I asked him, and I just watched him, and I thought, I'll never be able to play like that. So I had a little go.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I thought, wow, if I can do that bit, I can do this bit. But the song is just, it's...
So did he
really
teach you the
touched me.
finger style that you do now? Because I mean, yours is different to mine. You hold your hand like away from the
I
guitar,
think
if you like. And I rest mine.
I used to be just like him because I copied everything that he did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you know, I was in awe of how he played, and the way that the result what we got. It was brilliant. And then I used to do. I was only about 9. I used to sing. What was it? Cinderella, Rockefeller. I used to sing on
blimey, that's
stage
going
with
back
it.
a
You're
bit,
the
isn't it?
lady,
You're the lady that I love.
You're the lady who. Yeah, and I used to
remember
come
that
on doing, you know, sing with him in a duet. You know, we'd do a bit of the Everleys. Mind you, we do the Everleys, don't we, Sam?
Oh.
Yeah. Her drinks heavily and I smokes heavily. But no, we
you've-
love it, don't we?
You've given that up as well, haven't you, smoking?
Oh, yeah, but it'll be
well
nearly
done.
3 years, you know. Blimey, I sound like a nun. I ought to go in a convent now, ain't I?
No, bother to.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No,
All
wouldn't
right,
bother-
all
wouldn't
right.
bother
But
doing that.
beautiful song, Vincent. I absolutely love it. And it was one of my main achievements to be able to play that particular song. And I still, if I'm asked, I'll still do it today, you know.
He wrote some songs for famous people, didn't he, Alan? I think.
He did.
All
He
right.
did a lot of stuff for Marty Wilde, who I worked with as well, and Billy Fury. Last Night Was Made for Love. He
See these?
was
I don't
really-
remember these.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Who's
You're
Billy
too young.
Fury?
I'm
Who's
too
Billy-
young to.
You're too young to remember. No, he did. Alan wrote a lot of lovely stuff. You know, for he wrote for a lot of famous artists. You know.
Was he married?
He was married, and then he got divorced, and then he married a beautiful lady called Chris.
Yeah.
Who her father used to have the pub at the top of our road, and I went to school with her brother.
This is in Cradley.
This is in Cradley Road, up the road from
Oh,
where my dad
right,
lives
okay.
now.
Yeah.
And I used to go to school with her brother, and that, you know, we used to, even me and him used to do a few songs here and there. You know, I've always been singing all my life, really. But I love class, you know, really music I can listen to that means something and touches people. Because I know if it touches me, it's going to touch you, hopefully.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I try and do. And pass it on. And not all morbid. And, you know, like I say, when the saints, anybody that knows me knows I'm a right laugh. And I love a good time, you know. And you know what, Sue? I never thought I was ever going to have a good time again.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in the pits of despair. And I just, you know, I didn't know. I mean, I try to do a lot of work and give back a lot.
Yeah, you do. You do a lot of.
I do
a lot
hospital
of work, don't you?
Absolutely, and
Visiting.
Sam's the same, don't
Yeah.
you? With you know, with them we try to help, you know, and because I never knew I suffered from an illness. I didn't know it was a bloody illness.
Well, the trouble is that a lot of people out there who don't suffer from it just think it's drinking, and it's
They
not.
just think you're
They think you
drunk.
can stop at any time, and you can't.
I know.
I remember you come to my house. This is just pulled back a memory for me, and it was Christmas, and I got some not pork pies, mince pies on the go,
Yeah.
and I offered you one, and you says, "What's in 'em?" I thought, "What do you mean, what's in 'em? What's in a mince pie?" And then you had to look at the label to see if there was actually any, because they put brandy in it, don't they?
They do,
And if
yeah.
there's any brandy in it, you couldn't afford to even take one bite.
No.
So there was brandy in it, so I had to eat them.
You had to eat the lot.
Yeah.
We had to pick it up off the floor, didn't we, afterward?
Anyway, that we'll play Vincent. Here we go.
Starry, starry night. Paint your palette blue and grey. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills. Sketch the trees and the daffodils. Catch the breeze and the winter chill in colors on a snowy linen land. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night. Flaming flowers that brightly blaze. Swirling clouds of violet haze, reflecting Vincent's eyes of china blue. Colors changing hue. Morning fields of amber green. Weathered faces lined with pain are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. For they could not love you, but still your love was true. And when no hope was left inside on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like the strangers that you met. The ragged man in the ragged clothes, a silver thorn in a bloody rose, lies crushed and broken on the virgin snow. Now I think I know what you're trying to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you try to set them free. They would not listen, they're not listening still. Perhaps they never will.
Yeah, another brilliant version there, because that's the girls singing, the duo AMUSE, that's Sue and Sam. That's off their CD, Came to Believe. But right now we're gonna have a track from Dougie MacLean, who's a Scottish singer-songwriter, has written some absolutely fantastic stuff. I'm gonna put my claim to fame now that I supported him at the Tamworth Moot in 2007, I think it was. That was the one and only time that I was ever slightly famous, other than now for this radio show. And Sue and Sam actually do that one, but because of lockdown, they're a bit. They haven't been practicing, so they're a little bit, apprehensive about doing it. So I'll let them off on that one, and. Not only that, I usually add my guitar to it as well, don't I?
We do, don't we?
So, yeah, I didn't want to embarrass myself either. So let's talk about Dougie, why you chose Caledonia.
I chose that one. Again, it's a beautiful song.
It is, yeah.
And I really thought, wow,
Said it's made him a lot of money. It allows him, well, he says it on the track, actually, because it's a live track. And it allows him to do things, well, in other words, he's got the money to do whatever he likes now.
But it's a beautiful song. I've heard lots of different versions.
It is, yeah, there's lots and lots of different versions. And are you going to get to be putting that on a CD one day
well,
soon?
I think so, because we're ready to do another one.
Yeah, we need you on it soon,
We need you on it, though.
Well, you're going to be famous after this show, don't you? So, those CDs are just going to fly out. We're going to have them stacked at the front door at Sainsbury's.
When I made my first album, my mum got a front room full. Sold 5,000 in the first week.
5,000?
Yeah, my mum had got them all.
Oh, your mum.
No, I love this song, but anything that, like I say, anything that touches me, and because I'm not not on one genre of music. I'll have a go at anything.
Did you find, because in that song, there's a line, lost some friends that I needed losing, or lost some friends that along that line.
Yes,
anyway.
yeah.
I've often thought about that line, because you live your life and you come across people, and sometimes, unfortunately, you drift apart from one reason or another, but that sticks out at me all the time, that line.
Yeah.
You can be sometimes a bit disappointed, because me, I don't know about you, but I try and give everything.
Yeah.
And then when it doesn't come back, I feel disappointed.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, or is that just me, or am I having a whinge now?
No, I don't think.
Sorry to all my friends out there. I don't mean you. Yeah.
No, I just think people move.
Move on, don't they? Yeah.
Move on, don't they? And He does a lot of, a lot of his stuff's about that, life. And I think some of the nicest songs, are about real life.
Yeah, and he writes from his heart. And
He sure
I suppose
does.
in some cases, he's writing from, observation and things like that. But
his
certainly
experience.
that song, Caledonia, I mean, I don't think there's many folk clubs you can go into regularly where it doesn't get played.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we've had people come to our club, and even Tom. Where's Tom gone? He said that his son does it, and he's been to the lighthouse and done it in the
Yeah.
past. So so let's have a little bit of what is it? Caledonia.
I'll do this wee song of mine, which has become a wee bit of an anthem at home, and it's a wee homesickness song. And I wrote this years ago. It's a song called Caledonia, and it's a very interesting wee song because it's had quite a life, and it's been involved in all kinds of things at home, and people sing it in the pubs now, and it's great. And this little song has allowed me to do lots of interesting things. I don't know if you can see the changes that have come over me in these last few days. I've been afraid that I might drift away. So I've been telling old stories, singing songs that make me think about where I came from. And that's the reasons why I seem so far away today. Oh, and let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and now I'm going home. For if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Oh, and I have moved and have kept on moving, proved the points that I needed proving, lost the friends that I needed losing, found others on the way. Oh, and I have tried and have kept on trying, I've stolen dreams, yes, there's no denying. I have travelled hard with conscience flying somewhere with the wind. Oh, but let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and now I'm going home. For if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Sitting here before the fire, the empty room, the forest choir, the flames that couldn't get any higher, they've withered now, they've gone. But I'm steady thinking, my way is clear, and I know what I will do tomorrow. When the hands have shaken and the kisses flowed, well, I will disappear. You might want to sing this. Oh, and let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and now I'm going home. For if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Again. Oh, and let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and now I'm going home. For if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had.
And there you go, Dougie MacLean, fantastic artist and singer-songwriter. But right now we're going to have another track from our fantastic duo, A-Muse, and they're going to sing Wine into Water.
You've heard a multitude of prayers on my behalf. I pray one more is not too much to ask. I've tried to fight this battle by myself, and it's a war that I can't win without your help. Tonight I'm as low as any man can go. I'm down and I can't fall much farther. And once upon a time you turned the water into wine. Now I'm on my knees, I'm turning to you, Father. Could you help me turn the wine back into water? So many times I've hurt the ones I love. I pushed them to the edge of giving up. They stood by me, but how much can they stand if I don't put this bottle in your hands? Tonight I'm as low as any man can go. I'm down and I can't fall much farther. And once upon a time you turned the water into wine. Now I'm on my knees, I'm turning to you, Father. Could you help me turn the wine back into water? I shook my fist at heaven for all the hell that I've been through. Now I'm begging for forgiveness and a miracle from you. 'Cause tonight I'm as low as any man can go. I'm down and I can't fall much farther. And once upon a time you turned the water into wine. Now I'm on my knees, I'm turning to you, Father. Could you help me turn the wine back into water? Could you help me turn the wine back into water? Could you help me turn the wine back into water?
Wow. Speechless, really. Well done, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
Again, touching on that subject of alcohol. Where did you find that song?
That one, it was... we do a weekend in Blackpool, and there was a guy called, I think it's a Graham, is it T. Graham Brown or Graham T. Brown? It was a song, and somebody said, do you know that? And I said, I don't know. So I had to learn it. But it was because oh God. And I'll tell you where I first heard a version of it. Again, it was a chap who came to the folk club, the Lighthouse.
Really?
Yeah. And I thought, wow, I'm going to have a go with that. And then
was that the old Lighthouse where we first started down Gosty Hill?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, right.
But beautiful song, you know, and it says it all for me.
And the guy who wrote it, was he, alcoholic?
I think so. Yes, yes.
I don't suppose you could write something like that unless you were.
Well, you got to walk the path, haven't you?
Well, I suppose so. Yeah. So how long have you been playing that one then? So I suppose
few years,
if you heard it from.
Now. Few years.
Right.
Quite a
Because
long time.
I thought I'd only heard you do it sort of in the last couple of years, but you say you've been playing it since.
No, you probably 9.
I'm
You're nearly
almost
10
years
years
sober, so probably the last 7
About
years.
7 years ago.
Something like that.
And you've actually played it at some conventions, haven't you? Now?
Yeah.
And it gets requested as well, doesn't it? I know
It sure
that,
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure does.
It's sort of an anthem now, isn't it, in that fraternity? So
I just think it just means, we can identify, and people, they can relate, because
touches the newer members as well.
Especially it does touch them because, I've been where they are, and if I can help, I will, and that's what it's about. If life was fair, I'd have been dead years ago, but I'm here.
Yeah.
And I can, only pass on, and I thank everybody, who I've got in my life, because they're exactly the right people at the right time.
Yeah.
So I'm very blessed.
And you were Sam's sponsor as well, weren't you?
Yes.
As I recall.
Yeah. I'll sponsor you, didn't I?
And look what's happened now. I mean, you do the pubs and you do the clubs when we're allowed to.
When we're allowed to, we ain't done nothing for
been
ages.
all over, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been really lucky, haven't we?
Yeah, very, very lucky.
We started out doing a few open mics and things like that when we first
and the folk clubs,
decided to have a go and come into the folk club, and then we decided to do a showcase one day, and we're just blown away with the response after that, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really.
They kept asking me to come back, but they told Sam to go away. But I did, it's all right. I took it on the chin, you know what I mean? No, I'm only joking.
Yeah.
No, it's, I just love it. I mean, it's in me blood, this stuff, and it's in me veins, it's in me soul, it's in me heart. And, I don't know what I'd do without my music, to be honest. But
I wouldn't either, to be honest. Anyway, well, thank you for that. Thanks for a brilliant live performance of a fantastic song. We're gonna just play out now with a song called, another one from their CD called "It Feels Like Home." Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you again soon.
Something in your eyes makes me want to lose myself. Makes me want to lose myself in your arms. There's something in your voice makes my heart beat fast. I hope this feeling lasts for the rest of my life. feels like home to me. It feels like home to me. Feels like I'm all the way back where I belong. A window breaks down a long dark street, and a siren wails in the night. But I'm alright, 'cause I have you here with me. And I can almost see through the dark there is light. If you knew how much this moment means to me, and how long I've waited for your touch. If you knew how happy you were making me, I never thought that I'd love anyone so much. It feels like home to me. It feels like home to me. Feels like I'm all the way back where I come from. It feels like home to me. It feels like home to me. Feels like I'm all the way back where I belong. Feels like I'm all the way back where I belong.
Well, I thought that was going to be the last song, and it is the last song, but we've got some time left. After all, this is my first show, and I am entitled to make some mistakes, I think. But we've got still got Sue and Sam in the studio. What we want to say is that if you've experienced or are experiencing any of the topics, issues talked about on the show today, Sue and Sam are here, and I guess at the end of the phone. Do you want to put out some information, Sue, Sam?
Absolutely. You know, if don't struggle. That's my suggestion. You know, pick up the phone. And
is there a number they can? Is there anything out
they
there?
They can. We could give you the number. Do you want me to say it now? If I could, have you got the number, Sam?
Yeah.
There is a number that you can
just hang
ring,
on a sec while Sam
which is
on the
I can only
phone.
share my experience, and this is what I did, and this is I'm still here.
I know. In the past, we've been at the club, and I think you've got an instinct now, haven't you?
I've got an antenna, I think, on me. I'm telling people that, and they're going to stop away from me.
And you can see somebody that may be in trouble, and sometimes that you've offered to help, and it's very much, if you want the help, it's there.
Yeah.
But until you're ready for that help, and you're ready in your own mind to say, I need it, we've got to go
help.
for it.
See, there was a time when I didn't know there was somebody out there that could help. I didn't. But, anyway, the number. So.
Yeah, the number for anyone that is looking for help is 0800 917 7650.
Yeah, and so, when they phone that number, what's going to happen at the end of the line? Are they going to be asked questions? Are they going to be, because I can imagine some people being sort of quite wary or frightened of it, or even not wanting to admit. So what sort of questions can they expect to be asked? Anything at
Normally, they get in touch with somebody else in recovery, so that it'll be somebody that's walked the path, so then they know exactly how they're feeling, and help them to get into some 12-step recovery meetings and get the help they need. That's what happened for us anyway.
So they don't have to give much information.
No,
away
just
about
their first
themselves.
name.
They're told about a place to go.
Yes,
Yeah, and will somebody be there to greet them?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And support them if they need to,
Yeah,
till they're kind of on their feet.
No need to be scared of anything.
No, not at all.
Yeah, and that's the best thing you pair have ever done.
Changed my
Basically,
life.
Changed your lives, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you everybody, and stay safe.
Thank
keep
you,
well,
guys.
and be happy.
Thanks, Sue.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.